This book is being published in 12 volumes.
Yes.
Yale University, I think you're familiar, Yale University in the United States.
Yes.
They have already placed advanced order for all these volumes.
Zeus lit dans les universités maintenant.
J'ai entendu, j'ai compris.
We are translating the Srimad Bhagavatam and other Vedic literature. You have seen the sample, original verse,
Yes.
word to word meaning, then translation,
Yes.
then giving a purpose.
Commentary. Commentaries. Your own commentary.
Yeah.
What is the parampara from Chaitanya?
From Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yes,
Line
the
of descent.
6 Goswamis,
Yes.
Rupa Sanatan, Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Gopal Bhatta, Das Raghunath. These 6 Goswamis. Then from the Goswamis, there is Srinivasa Acharya. And from Srinivasa Acharya. Then from him, I think this Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami.
Yes.
And then Narottam Das Thakur, then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, then Jagannath Das Babaji, then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, then my Guru Maharaj. Next we are. I am the 10th or 11th
11th.
from Chaitanya
Sri
Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya. And you have come to a round visit to the West now?
So I have come several times.
Yes, but this time.
This time, yes. Just to see my centers. I have got
This
many.
is your parish?
Yes.
Parish establishment?
Paris temples, yes.
Formerly you were in the south, in the banlieue.
Yeah, before.
Before what? Fontenay-aux.
Yeah, 1 year ago we came here in Paris.
You live here. It's more, of course, more noisy but it's more easy and more convenient. When was this Paris Center started?
It started 4 years ago.
4 years ago. And this is your first visit to this center?
No, this is the 4th visit.
Fourth, every year?
Yeah. Last year also I came, I installed the deity.
You now come right from Vrindavan or?
Yes, I am coming from Vrindavan, of course, via Delhi, then Rome, then Geneva, then Paris, then I shall go to Frankfurt, and from there I shall go to Sydney, Australia.
Oh, this is not the direct way.
We have Rath Yatra Festival. You've heard of this festival from Jagannath Puri.
Yes, of
Rath
course.
Yatra. We have this festival in very big, in the same scale, in Australia, London, San Francisco, Chicago, with big
Where
chariots.
is that poster?
Yes, it has that.
Yes, Australian. Yes.
And in all these cities, we're joined in San Francisco. There are 10,000 people who come, at least, every year to help pull the carts and chant Hare Krishna.
In Chicago also,
Chicago.
Philadelphia, there will be Ratha Yatra. This is the
for Melbourne, Australia.
From Melbourne.
Ratha Yatra parade, picture of the parade last year.
Yes, last year.
No, this year
This is
they are
this year.
advertising.
Yes,
Which is to come.
Yeah. Yes.
this is a poster that Hansaduta sent for Frankfurt
Yes.
for next week.
This is German language.
All is in the vicinity of Frankfurt.
Yes. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted. You understand little Bengali? Do you understand?
Not Sanskrit, but not.
The Bengali words, Prithivite ache joto nagor adi gram sarvatra prochar hoibe mor naam. Prithivite, this is Sanskrit, all over the world. Ache, there are, joto, as many, nagor adi gram, nagor, towns,
Cities.
Cities.
And villages.
yeah, villages, sarvatra,
Everywhere.
everywhere. Prachar, propaganda or publicity, prachar, hoive, there will be more naam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name. So, now it is being so. All over the world we have got branches. And they know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna movement means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. So that is being now propagated. Prithivite ache jato nagaradi gram sarvatra prachar hoibe mor naam.
Understand?
So he predicted, and by his great will it is being propagated.
How many shishas are there?
We have got about 100 branches, and each branch there are not less than 25 up to 250. So average, if you take 100, then it is
Average.
10,000. Yes,
Average,
10,000. Yes. And all of them are young, within 30.
I see, yes.
Within 30. So, and they are trying to understand the philosophy very nicely. Even these girls, she knows. In India, even the big learned scholars, they are, Indian scholars, I mean, they were surprised when some of the students, young students, girls and boys, were speaking in Navadvip.
You have all been to India?
Not all.
Not
Some
all.
of
Some of you.
We have a very big center in Mayapur.
Navadvip, the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
I have been in Navadvip.
I say,
Long ago, in 1936.
1930s. Did you see my Guru Maharaj?
No.
No. He passed away in 1936,
Probably
in December.
already
In December.
in December. I don't. No, I have not seen him. Probably he was already. He was you.
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, that is the photograph of mine. his Guru Maharaj,
His Guru.
and his Guru Maharaj.
And so,
Yes, this is parampara. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarsayo vidu. Bhagavad Gita. Find out this.
and how do you, because one of your pupils spoke about Ramanuja.
Yes, Ramanuja,
And
he belongs to the Sri Sampradaya.
eh?
Yes.
Yes,
So,
but there is a connection.
oh yes,
There is.
all the Vaishnava acharyas, they are connected. Yes. Ramanucharya, Madhacharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbar. So, we belong to Madhyacharya.
To
Madhyacharya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu belonged to Madhyacharya. Madhyacharya was direct disciple of Vyasdev, and by parampara Madhavendra Puri. Then from Madhavendra Puri, Ishwar Puri. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted Ishwar Puri as a spiritual man. So we belong to this Madhyacharya Sampradaya. Madhyacharya Sampradaya or Brahma Sampradaya. The Sampradaya, the disciplic succession, is coming from Lord Brahma. Brahma's disciple is Narad. Narad's disciple is Vyasdev. And Vyasdev's disciple is Madhyacharya. And from Madhyacharya, Madhavendra Puri, Ishwar Puri, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we are Chaitanya, like that.
one of you mentioned, because I have made this translation of the beginning of the Sri Bhashya, Ramanuja.
Acha, Sri Vasa
Translations and,
Bhagavad Gita?
no, the Sri Bhashya, the
Vedanta?
Brahma Sutra Bhashya.
Brahma. Right.
Unfortunately, it is out of print.
I see.
So one of you, yes. But you can read it in the library. But unfortunately, it is out of print. Yes. It is a complete translation of the first pada, big 150 pages with the text and notes.
I see. Just like we do text and transliteration.
The text is in Nagari.
So there's synonyms in your translation. Do you give this the synonym for the word?
Equivalent.
The style here. Prabhupada gives it. Bengali often.
Transliteration.
Transliteration. For pronunciation.
No, there is no transliteration.
Translation. Purport or notes.
No, there is only translation and notes. But some of the synonyms are in the notes. And purport also comes in the notes when necessary.
You are teaching a course now?
I finished. The year is
Yes.
finished.
You were teaching a course?
Not on
the
Ramanuja
Sorbonne?
this year. Sorbonne.
What was the name of that course?
He was teaching the 10th canto.
Comparative philosophy, Indian branch.
But this year we were teaching the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes, it was one of the lectures. There were other courses. But I'm retired. Finished. Yes, I retired after 4 months.
So comparative philosophy, Mayavad, Advaitavad, Dvaitavad, Vishishtadvaita.
Vishishtadvaita, yes.
Yeah. Which of them you like?
Well,
Or you remain simply student?
mhm.
You remain neutral? Or you like some philosophy?
I try to be objective, but not neutral.
Huh?
I try to be objective, but not neutral. I have more personal affinity with Shankara or with Ramanuja than with Shankara.
That Ramanuja,
Personal attraction.
Yes. Although, of course, I've written another book on Shankara and Ramanuja compared, you see.
I see.
The notions of Brahman and Atman, both in Shankara and Ramanuja. That one is not out of print. It is called in French l'absolu selon le Vedanta.
But Shankaracharya has accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
In his
Sa Bhagavan Sayam Krishna,
in his
Devaki Putra. He has written like that in his comment on Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita, yes.
Yes. So, and all the acharyas, Vaishnava acharyas, they accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So practically, amongst the authorities of Indian acharyas, everyone accepts Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. Ramanujacharya has written his Bhashya on Bhagavad
Read
Gita.
it, yes.
Yeah.
I read it.
And
And Shankara's also, both.
Ramanujacharya has not written, Shankara has written. Sharirak Bhashya Vedanta Sutra. He has written comment on Bhagavad Gita.
Yes. And Ramanuja.
Ramanujacharya also. Also Siddhar Swami.
Yes.
Siddhar Swami he has written. He belongs
With
to
Bhagavata.
Vishnu Swami Sampradaya. And our Gauriya Vaishnava, Vishwanath Chakravarti, he has written comments. And Baladev Vidyabhushan, Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Oh yes, there is a long list of commentaries on
Yes.
the Gita.
There are 10 tikas.
This is published.
Yes.
Where is it printed?
This is printed in Japan.
In Japan.
We have our publishing house in New York.
In New York, yes. This is the second volume of the first.
Yes. This is second.
Adi-lila, yes.
Adi Lila, yes.
You are familiar with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy?
Yes. You see, I started Sanskrit and Indian studies in 1929. We were abroad
He has been in India several times.
many times. Yes. Many times.
Where did you stay generally?
In several places, but mainly in Calcutta.
Calcutta.
Mainly in Calcutta, but in many other places too.
Calcutta where?
Park Mansions, Park Street,
Park Street.
near the Asiatic Society,
Asiatic Society.
not far from.
Yes, I know that. It is just on the junction of Park Street and Chourangi.
Yes.
Calcutta is my birthplace.
You were born in
Yes.
Calcutta.
Or our former relatives, they are in Calcutta.
Even now.
Yes.
I think the situation is better now in Calcutta.
Yes.
Improving.
Little better.
Because my last visit there was in 1917, and it was the worst moment.
Yes.
But I hear that it is
Improved. Yes.
improving.
Just near that Asiatic Society, we held our Hare Krishna festival
I see.
in front of, I think, the museum.
Yes. Yes. On
And
Chowringhee.
it was very successful. Daily 30,000 people were assembling.
This year,
God conscious.
understand.
So the leaders suppressing. This is the present position. The leaders are more or less communist, and they are suppressing their natural outflow. That is the position now.
But I think that nowadays the situation in Calcutta is, at least in Calcutta, is better. You would not have the same kind of difficulties this year, I suppose.
No, it is easier now. In 1970, 69, there was no security. When you go out,
Yes, that's all.
there is no security whether you will come back. Yes.
Yes, sure.
You were at that time there? No.
Yeah, no, I was just arrived just after. I arrived in Bombay when that was happening. The Naxalites,
Any man walking on the street can be killed.
Yes.
It was the situation.
especially any rich man or politician.
Yes.
The Vice Chancellor of Jodhpur University was killed the day before I arrived in Calcutta.
Old gentleman.
And he was, yes, he was he was retiring. He was still in activity, but he was soon retiring. And he was walking from the university campus to his home, not far, short walk. And he was killed by one of these Naxalites or somebody of the same kind, I don't know exactly. And he was not a politician at all, he had no political activities.
Still nowadays they're having strikes every day, big marches.
Or
processions.
strikes perhaps, yes, but no killing.
Yeah, and just before I left there, they had a big strike where some of the younger communist kids, they got out in the street and they stopped all the buses, traffic, and told the drivers to leave their cars. They burned a couple cars and buses. But it is not as bad as it used to be.
No, it is better.
Actually, there was no government.
At that time, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. No, the lack of authority. In Vrindavan, there has never been such kind of trouble.
Yeah. And the airport, these international flights, they are not going. They stop only to take petrol. No passengers going. That has hampered very much India's tourist department,
Naturally.
because no respectable respectable and respectable. No airlines, just like BOSC and other big, they are not going. The Minister of Tourist Department, he several times requested that you also come. There are no tourists coming in India.
Where is your mutt in Vrindavan? In Vrindavan proper?
Yes.
Yes.
You had been in Vrindavan.
Yes.
Where did you stay?
I did not stay, I just went round.
I see.
And it was long ago.
There is a place, Raman Reti. There is a place, Raman Reti.
Yes.
Did you see that Oriental Philosophical Institute?
It was not yet started at that time.
No, it was there. 1970. No, when you went to Vrindavan?
36 or 7 or
36. Oh, yeah. It was not started. Yeah. Raman Reti, there is a road from Vrindavan to connecting with the road from Delhi to Agra.
yes.
That road is called Chatikra road. So on that road we have got our temple. It is locally known as Raman Reti.
After Matra.
After Mathura. It is Vrindavan.
It is.
Vrindavan. That is a shortcut. Formerly, the road is very old road. It's from Delhi to Vrindavan, taking a turn at the place known as Chatikra. So, on that road, we are constructing our temple.
Constructed now.
It is finished.
It is ancient. But you are.
Do you have the photographs? Sticks? I don't think so. Some slides somewhere.
But there is an old shrine. It is not a new establishment.
Yes.
It is. But
No, formerly I was staying. I've got my place there also. One of the oldest temple, Radha Damodar temple. Radha Damodar. This temple was established by Jiva Goswami. There are 7 important temples. Govindaji's temple, Madan Mohan, Radha Damodar, Radha Raman, and Radha Shamsundar.
Radha Girihari.
Not Giridhari. There is that. Madan.
Radha Gopinath.
Gopinath, yes. The Gopinath temple, Madan Mohan temple, Radha Damodar temple, Shamsundar, and Gokulananda.
Yeah.
Gokulananda. These are old 7 temples. Later on, other big temples, Ranganath temple, and Gaikwad temple, like that, Jaipur temple, they came into existence. But there are 5,000 temples in Vrindavan city, municipal area. Practically each house is a temple. In every house there is Radha Krishna deity and being worshipped by some devotees. The Arya Samaj movement, you know something about Arya Samaj? Dayananda Saraswati. He made vigorous propaganda against temple worship. Nobody cared. Nobody.
Even now?
Eh?
Even now, nowadays, now they are on.
Now their influence is gone. Arya Samaj.
No, I mean the Arya Samaj is no more very active now.
They cannot active because whatever activity they had, they finished. The stock and energy is gone.
How long will you stay in Paris?
I am going on Sunday morning.
To Frankfurt.
Yes.
And then you stay a little longer,
I stay there 1 week
1 week.
and then on the 23rd,
To us, 26th.
no, 23rd.
23rd.
Huh?
23rd, we fly. June 23rd, we fly to Sydney. We stop in Bombay 1 day.
It will be very hot now in Bombay.
Huh?
It will be very hot now in Bombay.
Now it is might be raining
Yes, it might be raining.
because from 10th June
Monsoon has
monsoon begins.
begins.
Bombay is not too hot as
On account of
Vrindavan. As
the
Vrindavan.
seashore,
Vrindavan is very hot.
Vrindavan is very hot, yes, of course.
Vrindavan is very hot.
If you go back to India, you're welcome to stay in our temples.
In Vrindavan.
Vrindavan, we have Mayapur, Navadvip, near
Navadvip, yeah.
Navadvip. And we also have purchased some very nice land outside of Bombay.
Juhu.
Juhu
Juhu.
Beach.
Yes, I know.
Hyderabad and
Hyderabad
Calcutta.
and Calcutta. Yeah.
In Delhi also we have a very nice center there.
What part of Delhi?
It's in West End. It's very close to the airport.
And in Calcutta?
Yes,
Kamak Street.
near Park Street.
Near Park Street. Kamak Street.
Kamak
Street.
Street.
No,
I
Theatre
know,
Road
I
crossing.
know, I know.
Hindi High School. It's a very nice old, it was called the Ray Castle. Used to be occupied by some governors.
Just a little. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Take just a little.
Srila Prabhupada, during that time of the Naxalites, you had mentioned that after that program, you said due to the effects of our program, it stopped all that Naxalite movement.
Yeah.
Because very shortly after we had that panel in the Maidan, the whole Naxalite movement was finished.
Yes.
You said due to that, because we purified the
That's a
atmosphere
fact.
with chanting Hare Krishna. The government could do nothing. The police were helpless.
And the festival in Sydney will take a long time.
Sydney Festival is for how many days?
I think it's just one
On the 29th.
1 day.
29th of June. Rath Yatra Festival, like in Jagannath Puri.
You're staying there for the Monday? No.
Today it is better here. It's a little warmer. These days were unusually cool for this time.
How are you feeling? When we went to visit you at your office, You wasn't sure whether you could come because you were not feeling very well.
I'm not very well.
What is your age?
I got cold. You see.
No.
Age.
Age. Oh, I shall be 70 after 3 weeks.
I'm also 78. But your health is better than me. You have got your natural teeth?
Yes.
Oh, then very good.
This is a nice,
Yes, this place is nice.
nice view. Not too noisy. I wonder how. Because you are on the small street.
Tonight, Srila Prabhupada is giving conference at Sao Playa.
Yes, I know. Yes. Tonight. I've seen.
Vous avez vu les affiches?
Yes. This?
This is a picture, I do not know where from they have collected.
This is from Yogeshwar.
Eh? It is supposed that the gopis are looking to the picture of Krishna. Is it not?
Ah,
Yes.
yes. Yes, very likely. Yeah.
But this picture also appears to be searching out Aniruddha.
Only what? Usha.
Usha, yes.
Chichaleka. Yes, that's right. She showed her a picture. She showed because she had never seen Aniruddha. So
She saw only in dream.
in dream.
So her friend, Chitralekha, she showed that, find out whom you dreamed. That then she pointed out.
I remember that.
Yes.
In
In the Bhagavad.
Bhagavad.
Yes.
But I could not recognize from this.
So the Krishna.
So immediately she brought from Dwarkadham palace direct to the palace of Usha.
Yes.
Bomashura?
Osura, what is the name?
Bomashura.
Banas.
Banas.
The picture, what is that picture? Find out. Banasura. Banasura was appreciating, oh, very nice couple. But he had to challenge, why you have entered my palace and talking with my unmarried girl.
This is the Krishna book that Srila Prabhupada has written as a summary of the 10th canto. And all these paintings, these are done by our artists in New York.
I'm afraid I should go
Yeah.
now.
Monsieur Lacombe has a course. Yes.
Not a course, but a meeting.
Oh, meeting.
A meeting, and as the traffic is rather thick now, it's better to not to take chance. I should not be late.
All right. Thank you very much.
Great honor and pleasure. Thank you.
Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Check with the festival. Oh, he's there. Okay, just got that. He's doing it. He's equipment's all shit, no problem. Like, just need the devotees to try and practice. Just written on a book, it is accepted as being authentic. All the universities use his texts. And he has a big office in the Sorbonne. The Sorbonne is the most famous French university.
He's a big man.
Actually, it's not famous, it's infamous. No? Actually, they're not famous, they're infamous.
No, why infamous? They're famous. Why do you say infamous?
Well, I thought fame only referred to devotee.
Huh?
I thought fame is to be referred to for devotee.
That is your sentiment, but practical world, he's a scholar, he's a headman of a department in the university. He must be famous.
I just saw that, maybe you knew, the latest headlines in the newspapers today where President Nixon is found innocent.
Ah. Acha?
They say he's found innocent.
Who is
President Nixon.
in the court?
Yeah, because you knew about the Watergate case. He was caught.
Probably knows what the story.
Huh?
He knows the incident.
Yeah.
He was found innocent by who? By court.
Yeah, by the whole government. He had done some cheating in campaign, making secret tape recordings against the other party.
He did?
Yes.
And still he's innocent?
He paid so many millions, thousands and thousands of dollars. His party, the Republican Party, they put microphones and everything in the convention of the Democrats, and had spies and everything, in order that he could find out their tricks. He had paid all these men, and they were all fired.
So that is not bad, because in politics you have to do that. Everyone does so. What is Nixon's fault?
But only he got caught. And all of his men quit.
No, suppose you are my rival, so I wanted to know your secrecies, so I make some mechanical arrangement. But that is not fault. Everyone does so. Why do you expect that he will not do that? He must do that. If you are my rival or enemy, to know your secrecy, I must endeavor to do everything. As you are doing, so I am.
They were bribing men. They had paid him money and everything to do
Yes.
these things.
So bribing men, everywhere it is going on.
According to the American government, it's illegal to. Each person has its own plans, and it's illegal to find out the others. But now they say he's innocent.
Court says.
The United States government, they had a big trial and everything. So they found tapes, everything, but there was some missing tapes. They could not directly pin him for the whole thing. He said, I didn't know anything about it. He says, my men were just doing it. I never told them to do it. They did it on their own. For me, they liked me so much. They were just doing it. I never paid them.
Isn't the Kshatriya qualities that he is to be trustworthy?
No, when there is political game, everyone does everything to gain his victory.
Just like during any war, they
in
always
politics, these things are allowed. Just like killing, fighting, that killing is allowed. But killing is not allowed generally. Krishna has killed so many. If you take from moral point of view, sometimes immoral. He has killed his maternal uncle, Kamsa. And Shishupal, his cousin brother. And Balaram killed Rukma. Once he saved him, and another time that Aniruddha's marriage or something like that. Balaram killed Rukma, the brother of Rukmini. They are family relatives. But there are some misunderstanding in chess playing that other party, Rukma, he was cheating by tricks. The Balaram becomes so angry they killed him. So in politics amongst the Kshatriyas, these things are not uncommon.
But isn't that not good? Because like the politicians nowadays, when they are running their campaign, they say so many lies and everything to the public that when I'm elected I will do this and I will do that. And they pay off so many people in order that they can become elected. So always the good persons, or I guess they also have to cheat in order to get in position. But usually
Therefore we have started our political activity. It is not good. It will be hampering to our spiritual understanding.
Because we will also have to do that.
If you want to dance, you cannot be shy.
Yeah.
There is a Bengali proverb, Nachte bose ghumta tana. You understand Bengali? No.
Ekto.
So when you are going to dance, a girl or a lady is supposed to dance in the platform and the stage. And when she came, she saw thousands of people. Then she drew her veil, what is called? Gumta. Became a little ashamed. So you are going to dance, what is the use of veiling yourself? So similarly, when one takes part in politics, if you don't take all the tactics of politics, then you cannot gain ground.
But more and more the people, especially in America, they are seeing how these politicians are cheating. Because every year, in every campaign, the same politician is saying, I will do this, I will do that. And when he gets into office, he never does anything. But maybe now this time, when our Krishna conscious devotees are running, and they are showing the people what rascals, just like Balavanta on TV, he was saying, how can these people be leader when they are themselves
that is a
committing
fact.
slaughter, drinking, smoking, having
that is a
illicit
fact.
sex?
But why the leader? The public also drinks.
Yeah.
They also encourage slaughterhouse. So if you say to the public that they cannot be leader, then there is no leader. They cannot find out any leader. The public will understand that I also eat meat, I also drink, do the same thing. Why the leader should be something saintly person? After all, he is our leader, so we are of the same character. So why the leader should be something different? They cannot understand it.
Therefore we must cheat.
Yes. Suppose I am thief and somebody accuses you that he is a thief. So I don't take it seriously because I know I am also thief.
It's like in
So,
Calcutta.
man, this appeal, that does not appeal. Because it is folly to be wise where ignorance is bliss. If everyone is thief, if you point out somebody that he is thief, he cannot be trusted, then he knows that I am also thief. It is not a big problem. I am also thief. Unless the whole public is sinless, he cannot appreciate a sinless leader. Chore chore master to bhai. This is natural. If I am thief, so what is the use of accusing you by other? He is also thief. You take that we are all thieves, all cousin brothers. So why this man should be only accused?
Is it not a vicious circle though? Without a pure leader, they cannot be pure themselves.
But they cannot understand. The vicious circle, they will not be able to understand. Because he is also vicious.
Therefore, just like Krishna during the battle of Kurukshetra, he told Arjuna to do so many things. He told Yudhisthira to lie. When he said Aswatthama has been killed, he said Aswatthama, the elephant. He said the elephant.
Yes, that was a tactic.
And also in the Karna, Arjuna killed Karna when he's off his chariot.
The difficulty is, it is folly to be wise where ignorance is bliss. Better you keep yourself ideal character, the people can see that here is an ideal group of men. Otherwise, in politics, they are feeling the necessity of an honest leader, but they are themselves dishonest, the people. So when you point out that this leader is dishonest, they do not very much appreciate. There is a story in this connection, I will tell you, that one man was drunkard. So his friend said, you are drinking, you'll go to hell. Oh, my father also drinks. Or he'll also go to hell. My mother also drinks. Or she'll also go to hell. In this way, all the family members, they scrutinized, studying, all of them were drunkards. You see, then the man who was accused of drinking, he said, if everyone is going to hell, then hell is heaven. Because my father is going there, mother is going there, my brother is going there, I shall go there, it is heaven. Where is hell?
Heaven is where all my friends are.
So this is the position. As soon as you point out this man is dishonest and he scrutinizes everyone is dishonest, then where is dishonesty? It is all honesty. Because if the whole business is dishonesty, then there is no question of honesty. Let it go on. That is the public opinion. Why one should be unnecessarily honest? If the whole world is dishonest and the dishonest world is going on, then where is the harm? What is the use of becoming the same thing? It is folly to be wise or ignorance is bliss.
That's exactly what people are saying now. say what use of being honest and good and saint? Everybody is dishonest.
We have to give them a place to go where they can come if they want.
Just like Parikshit Maharaj gave Kali 4 places. He could not find out. First of all, he gave him 4 places, that these 4 places you can go. But he could not find out such place. So he was embarrassed. So now there is no question of finding out for everywhere you go the same 4 principles. Formerly it was very difficult to find out a place where these things are going on. Now everywhere you go, these 4 things are main principles of life. So therefore they cannot very much appreciate this prohibitory principle. What is wrong there?
It's just the opposite now. Now there's no place where Maharaj Parikshit can go.
Yes.
Find a spiritual atmosphere.
Some of our men, at least one, left our association. He thought that this is denying the primary necessities of life. Rai Rama.
Yes.
He left for this reason, that we do not allow the bare necessities of life, illicit sex, intoxication. Okay. He was first class criminal on this account, but he could not give it up, therefore left.
Yes, I spoke with him in San Francisco, and he said Swamiji will not be successful because he does not allow free love in his movement. He says that's why I had to leave, because there was no place for me and my boyfriend. He was not attracted to having a girl, but he had a boy.
Yes.
That boy used to be also your typist. He was from Harvard University.
That Neil.
Yeah, Neil.
Ah.
And he told me that Swamiji will not be successful in his movement because he will not allow free love. I just saw him in San Francisco before I went to India 2.5 years ago. We were trying to get him to come back to the temple.
No, he cannot give up these bad habits.
He said in Geneva that no one has died from giving up cigarettes or illicit sex. He said at the meeting, the conference in Geneva, that no one has died from giving up smoking or illicit sex. So it is not so hard to do.
No, it is not hard. Now the Christian church is giving liberty, man-to-man marriage, most unnatural.
Previously they didn't allow divorce. The first principle was there's no question of divorce. Then so many people began leaving Catholic Church, so then they allowed divorce. And then they did not allow abortion. So again, so many people left religion. Now they allow abortion. And now they're allowing man-to-man marriage.
Yes.
They compromise just to keep their followers.
It's a matter of money.
And that is freedom. So Rai Rama left because such freedom is not allowed here.
Yes.
So we have to allow this freedom, like the church.
There was one survey done by a college, a university, Michigan State, Rupanuga Maharaj researched it. It said 94% of the people in America, they believe there's a God, but only 35% will go to church. They're not very much interested in the churches anymore. They don't trust them. But 94% believe there is God.
Because the church could not help them in understanding God. The Christian church has no idea what is God. Therefore there is no name of God. Actually they have no idea about God. Is there?
I was raised up a very strict Catholic, going through Catholic school till I was 15 years old. But I could not, they were trying to teach love of God, but I could not see that they were also loving God. Even the head priest, he was found having illicit sex relationships with one of the young nuns. And she became pregnant by that, and he had to leave. They quietly sent him away without anybody knowing. But later on it came out.
That is going on everywhere.
And I saw, what is the point? How they are not even loving God. They are teaching loving God, but I could not see it.
He said that Vivekananda was doing that. He said, just tell him.
That once I met a little old lady on the streets of Denver when I was distributing
Old lady.
books, very old.
Yeah.
She was walking down the street. She was all bent over. And she asked me what I was doing, and I showed her our magazine and explained that we were teaching Krishna consciousness. And she said, "Oh, is this yoga?" That I remember way back when Vivekananda came here. Have you ever heard of him? So we began talking about Vivekananda. He said that she was there when he made his tour. She was in Denver when he made his tour of the United States, and that he stopped there for one meeting and lectured, and she went there to see that meeting. But she said that all in all she was disgusted with him because he was so much attracted to the women. She said that he was victimized by the women. They were all trying to get him. And she said, so when he went back to India, he was a broken man.
Yes, she took with him 3 women. One of them was Sister Nivedita.
Also, you told us in India about Aravinda and Ramakrishna. Aravinda, when that French woman came, he also fell to her, but just to cover it up, he has called her mother. Because in India, when you call someone mother...
No, everyone knows his mother and his father.
Yeah, right. Everyone, and they don't think there's no question of sex. When they think of mother and father, they don't think of these things. Also with Ramakrishna, he also had his divine mother. But you told us a story in Calcutta. He was very debauched in the village. He used to chase the young women. And his brother actually made him famous.
It is very difficult to not to be victimized by women. It is very difficult.
Unless you're victimized by Krishna first.
Yes, one is, what is called, captivated by the beauty of Krishna, then he is not victimized. Jadabadhi mama chitta Krishna padara vinde nava nava dhama rantuma sit tadabadhi batanari sangame smarjamani bhavati mukhara vikara nishtimant. Madan Mohan. Madan Dahan and Madan Mohan. Unless one is captivated by the beauty of Krishna, he will be troubled by the arrows of the Cupid. Madana Dahan. The Cupid is known. He has got arrow. If it pierces, then he becomes a victim.
You didn't find it necessary to enter into any kind of discussion with this French professor just now. There was no real discussion of philosophy. I was wondering why that didn't happen.
He did not raise any question. And he is simply translator. He has no philosophy. I ask him, which philosophy you want? So I make comparative study. I think he did not like to enter into philosophical. Is it not?
Most of these gentlemen who come here, when they see you and begin talking with you, like you said, they show their ignorance when they begin to speak, so they prefer not to speak. They always make some excuse that they have an appointment, because they know that if they speak, they'll be in real trouble.
Yeah. Tavat cha sobhate murkha javat kinchin navasat. A foolish man is very nice as long as he does not speak. As soon as he will speak, his foolishness will be captured. So therefore sometimes they do not like to talk. Remain as a nice man. Without being discovered.
I think maybe the first gentleman who was here, who said he was talking about experiencing God, he says actually I experience God, but actually God's beyond my experience. You gave him such a hard time that I think he must have made phone calls to all these other men. Be careful of Bhaktivedanta Swami. He is very dangerous.
I told him that you have no experience.
He turned so red when you said, but how are you saying you're having experience, and you just said God is beyond your experience. And then he says, I never said that. You put those words into my mouth. I whispered in his ear, we have it on tape. We'll play it back for you.
We have got Krishna. We are not afraid in challenging anyone. I believe on that formula. Namaga duskitana mudha prabodhante namaga. I believe that verse very strongly, that anyone who has not surrendered to Krishna or is not Krishna conscious, he must be within the list. Duskitina mudha naradhama maya prithagyana asuri bhavama. I have explained that verse a little elaborately. Read it. It is very interesting. Very Satsarupa.
Namang duskritino mudha prapadyante naradhama Mayaya pratagyana asaram bhavamashritaha. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, lost among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita that simply by surrendering oneself unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality, Krishna, one can surmount the stringent laws of material nature. At this point, a question arises. How is it that educated philosophers, scientists, businessmen, administrators, and all the leaders of ordinary men do not Mars, Manu, Vyasa, Devala, Asita, Janaka, Prahlad, Bali, and later on Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Sri Chaitanya, and many others, who are faithful philosophers, politicians, educators, and scientists, etc., Surrender unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Person, the all-powerful authority. Those who are not actually philosophers, scientists, educators, administrators, etc., but who pose themselves as such for material gain, do not accept the plan or path of the Supreme Lord. They have no idea of God. They simply manufacture their own worldly plans and consequently complicate the problems of material...
Everyone comes, they say, 5 people are suffering. They're concerned with the people suffering. Actually not. That is a plea only. As if he has taken the task of minimizing the suffering of humanity. He poses himself as very philanthropist. Actually he cannot do anything.
Because material energy, nature, is so powerful, it can resist the unauthorized plans of the atheists and baffle the knowledge of the planning commissions. The atheistic plan makers are described herein by the word duskritina, or miscreant. Kritina means one who has performed meritorious work. The atheistic plan maker is sometimes very intelligent and meritorious also, because any gigantic plan, good or bad, must take intelligence to execute. But because the atheist's brain is improperly utilized in opposing the plan of the Supreme Lord, the atheistic plan maker is called duskritina, which indicates that his intelligence and efforts are misdirected. In the Gita, it is clearly mentioned that material energy works
just like in Paris, these nice buildings, nice parks, nice everything, they require brain. There is no doubt about it. But they have been used for woman and wine. That is there. Here come. People come to see Paris just for that. What is that? Theatre? Yes. And we have heard from our childhood that Paris is a place where people can go and enjoy prostitution when we were children. I told you the last night. So, this city is undoubtedly constructed with good merit, but it is used for sinful activities. Nobody goes to this beautiful church. Nobody goes there. But beautiful that theatre, because there is naked dance, everyone goes. There is duskritina. Church is vacant, only the tourists come to see the churches. Not that such an important city, always glorification of Lord is going on, just like we are trying to do, take prasadam, worship the deity, chant Hare Krishna. That would have been the activities of these beautiful churches. But there is no such activity, because people are duskritina. They have got merit to construct very nice, wonderful buildings, but it is meant for sinful activities. Illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and so on. And poor women, they are victimized by these rascals. That's all. Then?
In the Gita, it is clearly mentioned that material energy works fully under the direction of the Supreme Lord. It has no independent authority. It works as the shadow moves in accordance with the movements of the object. But still, material energy is very powerful, and the atheist, due to his godless temperament, cannot know how it works, nor can he know the plan of the Supreme Lord. Under illusion and the modes of passion and ignorance, all his plans are baffled, as in the case of Hiranyakashipu and Ravana, whose plans were smashed to dust, although they were both materially learned as scientists, philosophers, administrators, and educators. These dushkritinas, or miscreants, are of 4 different patterns as outlined below. Number 1, the mudhas, those who are grossly foolish, like hard-working beasts of burden. They want to enjoy the fruits of their labor by themselves and do not want to part with them for the Supreme. The typical example of the beast of burden is the ass. This humble beast is made to work very hard by his master. The ass does not really know for whom he works so hard day and night. He remains satisfied by filling his stomach with a bundle of grass, sleeping for a while under fear of being beaten by the master, and satisfying his sex appetite at the risk of being repeatedly kicked by the opposite party. The ass sings poetry and philosophy sometimes, but this braying only disturbs others. This is the position of the foolish, fruitive worker who does not know for whom he should work. He does not know that karma, action, is meant for jaga, sacrifice. Most often, those who work very hard day and night to clear the burden of self-created duties say that they have no time to hear of the immortality of the living being. To such mudhas, material gains which are destructible are life's all in all, despite the fact that the mudhas enjoy only a very small fraction of the fruit of labor. Sometimes they spend sleepless nights and sleepless days and nights for fruitive gain, and although they may have ulcers or indigestion, they are satisfied with practically no food. They are simply absorbed in working hard day and night for the benefit of illusory masters. Ignorant of their real master, the foolish workers waste their valuable time serving mammon. Unfortunately, they never surrender to the Supreme Master of all masters, nor do they take time to hear of him from the proper sources.
Generally, we see now, especially in the Western countries, they are working so hard, the master is wine and woman. That's all. Is it not? They have made their master wine and woman. In Paris, we see, everywhere, on the street, they're drinking and talking. In Germany also I've seen. And you had been in Germany?
Amsterdam is the same way.
Amsterdam is a place simply for prostitutes.
It's the center.
This is very prominent in the Western country, which we are asking that no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex. These things are only thing enjoyable.
They think if you eliminate those, there's nothing left to live for.
Yes, that is Rama's statement. Yes.
You are taking away the
I am
humanism.
denying the bare necessities of life. Manushanam sahasreshu kaschit jatati siddha. Who will try for becoming perfect in this way? Very disappointing. But still, Krishna is so kind, they are helping so many, they are doing actually. All right, keep it.
Lord Chaitanya's program is so attractive that even they can enjoy their
That is
senses.
the astonishment. In India, they give me credit this, that how it has become possible that these European boys, American boys and girls, they have taken to this path, that they are surprised.
We don't have such a good reputation in India.
Huh?
We Westerners, we don't have a very good reputation in India.
Very good reputation, that you have become perfectly Vaishnava.
He means the American people or Western people themselves.
They must be cynic, crazy,
Yeah.
another edition of hippies, like that. They say like that.
But they think they won't allow even a Westerner to marry their daughter because the Westerners have a reputation of marrying for a week and then flying away. So they think like that of the people, even of our own men. Sometimes the Indian girls wanted to marry with the brahmacharis, the American brahmacharis, but the parents would not allow. Because they said after you are married a week, he'll just run away back to his country and leave you here. So they're thinking like that about the Westerners, that the life is so fast.
Another brahmachari saved.
One of our man has done so. You know, what's his Ramanuja?
No,
The Mexican boy.
that boy in Bombay, he married one Indian girl.
He's staying,
Yeah, Jagat Purush.
but he has not left as yet.
No.
But he can leave any moment. No, he's not American, he's devotee.
Yes, right.
Therefore he's alive.
We have to arrange a few things.
What is the next program? Is there any program?
Big hall meeting.
Today?
Tonight.
What time?
8 o'clock. You'll be speaking around 8:30.